double spey. And the first thing we're going to go over is setting the anchor. When you're setting the anchor in the double spey, what's very common is not setting it right by either overpowering the set or underpowering the set. If you overpower the set like this, you're going to send that anchor way too far upriver. The tip of the line is way too far up. If I underpower it, if I just come over too gentle, I leave my anchor way too far downriver. What I need to do is just come over the top with a little bit of energy, right there. And I've got my anchor set just in the right spot. My anchor should be touching the water, or should be landing right about here. Off to my side, off to my casting side, and just out in front of me. So again, a good anchor set's going to come over the top, a little bit of energy, curl it around. If it's a real long belly, you can curl around you a little bit more, or put a little bit more energy upriver. If it's a very short line, sometimes with some of the really short Skagit lines, you almost need to put no energy at all and almost just drag it into place if it's a really short Skagit line or something like that. So again, I'm just going to come over the top, a little bit of energy right there. Then from here, like all the other casts, we're going to keep the rod relatively level, lift the rod to a firing position, and cast it out. And I went a little slow there to show you guys. And this one I'm going to go through full speed here. I'm going to do the cast in one motion. Just come over easy, a little bit of energy. There's my anchor. Level, lift the rod, cast it out. So again, we start with the rod low. Even tension, a little bit of energy there. And when we sweep around, look at here how I lead with both hands like this. I'm leading with the butt of the rod first. And then I'm stopping the rod here, what I consider 4:30. If my target's straight across the river here at 12 o'clock, here's 3 o'clock, that rod right now is pointing at about 4:30. And then from here, and you can see this hand's about shoulder level. That's my stop point. The butt of the rod here, the butt of the rod's cutting right across my chest here, or across my stomach. Okay, from here, I transition into my firing position here. Now my hand was shoulder level at my stop position. Now it's about ear level here. And now the rod's cutting out in front of me a little bit more, but not directly away from you. If you see a rod butt like this, and you draw a line off your elbow, you draw a line off your elbow, and that rod is outside that line, that's no good, you've over-rotated. So you want to keep that, come around, keep that angle right there, lift the rod, cast it out. Another way to look at it is set the anchor. Reset that anchor, it's a little low. Set the anchor, come around and push the line out a little bit. As I flare around, here's my target, as I pass 90 degrees to my target, which is right here, as I pass that, I thrust it out this way a little bit to keep the D-loop lined up with where I'm casting. Again, good even tension here. Nice and easy. Let the rod do the work. Notice that forward cast is very easy. I'm leading with the elbow and my bottom hand are leading the cast. The last thing to come forward is the rod tip. So I lead here, the rod's pointed back, 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 back. Last minute I take it off I turn the rod over. When I was a kid, a friend of mine had an apple tree in his yard, and his dad used to build rods. We'd take the apples, we'd shove them down the blanks, and we'd launch the apples off those blanks. And if you think about doing that, you need to leave that apple back on that rod as long as you can, and you're going to drive the forward stroke this way, leading with both the bottom hand and with the elbow, leading like this. So you're keeping the rod back at a 45-degree angle and driving it forward like this. That's how you want to do your forward stroke on any spey cast. It doesn't matter. If I were to do a single spey and I'm not on the right side of the river for a single spey, If I were to do a single spey, I would lift, I would turn that cast, same forward stroke. You can see I'm leading here and then turning the rod over. If I were to do a spiral roll, also known as a snake roll, I would do my spiral, I would set up the same way, and I would drive it forward. Let the rod do the work. Double spey again, set the anchor, smooth sweep, lift the rod. Very important, you have to lift that rod. When you get to the end of your D-loop sweep, you have to stop at 430 and lift the rod. Come inside a little bit and lift the rod. That gets your rod tip in line to go forward. It gets the D-loop lined up right behind your rod tip to where you can drive that forward cast out.